Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kane. Well, let's talk about the market today. Before doing some forecasts about the crypto market in the future, I would like to recap a bit on the previous video, because in the previous video I've talked about I feel like there is a crypto calm before the storm, and after I just released the video and around 6 to 7 hours after I releasing the video, and the market really start plummeting. But as long as we have reached the previous short-term bottom, which is its Ethereum around 1073, and then it bounced up quite strongly in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 6 consecutive days bounce, continuing bounce. So we have felt a pretty strong bounce there. But I just guess this is not the storm that I forecast and what I was talking about, because this is actually not a storm but just a short-term plummeting and manipulation of the market. So but that is still quite something, I would say. And today's video I will talk about two things. One is what I think about the cycle of deleveraging, and the second is that what I felt about this 6 consecutive day bounce. And um, when we are entering in the cycle of deleveraging, I think we have four different kind of assets. And first asset type is NFT, and the second asset type is Dapps and protocol coins, such as the governance token of the X Infinity AXS. Then it is a governance protocol. The token of the governance protocol, or the Uniswap, those are the protocol tokens. And third type is the alternative coins, like the small market cap coins such as Solana and Matic. Those are categorized into alts. And the fourth one is the most stable one, which are Bitcoin and Ethereum. And when we are in the bull market, this cycle is usually happen at first, or we encounter Bitcoin pump or Ethereum pump, and then altcoins, and then protocol coins, and then finally the NFT, when Bitcoin start to consolidate sideways, but NFT still experiencing a very active pump in each NFTs. So when we are in the bull market, the sequence is usually first Bitcoin, and then alts, and then protocol tokens, and lastly NFTs. But when we are in the bear market and in the cycle of the leveraging, I think the sequence is usually in reverse, because when you are in need of money or in need of liquidity, which asset would you sell first? Would you sell your NFT or protocol tokens, or would you sell your Bitcoin and Ethereum? And I think lots of you has already got the answer in your mind, and you would actually sell your NFT and altcoins instead of selling your BTC. So in the early stage or middle stage of the bear market, usually it is the alternative coins, NFT, or the protocol sufferings. And we have seen, let's check the altcoin at pretty strong. We have not experienced a new low. The Solana is much lower than the previous low. Near, it's much lower. Curve, it is also much lower than the previous low. Doge, let's not talk about it because it's a meme coin pushed by Elon Musk. And we have seen that lots of alternative coin is actually lower than their previous bottom. But what about Bitcoin and Ethereum? Ethereum is still around $300 to $400 above the previous low. In Bitcoin, it is lower than the previous low. So, but it is still not a very extreme plummet. Unlike this wave, this wave is a strong plummet and is strong, very strong down move. But when we compare this to the FTX plummet, it is just maybe 1/3 of it. So I think this wave is not really, this down move is not really the storm that I was expecting. And of course, the 2 days plummet is surely not the down move that I was expecting too. So in the coming futures, I think what the market will do is to continue punishing the market and all the crypto investors. And what I was expecting is Ethereum is it really needs to break the previous low in order to let all the crypto investor in desperate and with no hope at all. And when you check in the Twitter, the crypto community in Twitter, it is still quite active, and there are still quite a lot of people investing in this market. So maybe what the market will do is just like the things happened in 2008. A lot of consolidation. Just let you think the market is already coming to a bull market, and then just a sudden plummet to let all the people in desperate. So that was what I was expecting in this market. So in this case, I'm still I still don't think the market is turning into a bull run, and the bounce that we have experienced recently is really weird. I felt extremely uncomfortable with this bounce because it is a very sharp bounce, 2 days, 2 to 3 days to the level, and then without any retracement. So it is a very sharp one. When it is a very sharp one, it usually is manipulative and it is not going to be sustainable. So I guess it is more like the market maker would like to sell some stock at a higher price rather than really pushing up the market continuously. So I think this is a short-term bounce instead of a continuous one. And the second point is that I don't think FTX is the only bad player in the industry, and that should I'm expecting there are quite a lot of bad players and VCs in the crypto market, and they just not found out, they just not got caught by the market just now. But when they revealed their balance sheet and people realize how much debt they own in their balance sheet, then the bomb will explode. And right now I feel like the bomb someone is trying to not letting the bomb explode, but I think it is not gonna be a long-term one. In the end of the day, the bomb needs to explode just in a matter of time. So I think the storm will come to us, but just not now maybe, but I'm not sure when, but it will come. So in light of this, I'm still accumulating some short position. I've already accumulated some short position on hand, but when the market, if it continue to goes up like this, I think this is a good timing to short some coins or tokens. And the third point I would like to mention is that let's look at the DXY, the dollar index, because the dollar index is extremely correlated to the crypto market, and it is because the dollar index dropped quite a lot in in the last 4 days, so that's why you can see the crypto market bounce quite strongly. But the retracement of dollar index is not strong in the previous up move. At least it didn't retrace to the scene of crime back to this down upward trend line, and it is usually quite weird to not retrace to back to the scene of crime. So I expect the dollar index will goes up and disappoint everyone about the Fed pivot to the dovish side, and some rumors may just say that we go back to the hawkish cycle and continues to raise interest rate. The market is usually like this. Sometimes it lets you think the Fed will raise interest rate, and sometimes the Fed will let you think they are going to take the dovish stance. So it is how they play and manipulate the market. And I think the dollar index will need to retrace back to the upper trend line at least in order to continue the down move. Apart from dollar index, when you look at the stock market, the S&P 500, you can see that the market has a pretty strong move, and it is not surprised if it touches the downward trend line and continue the down move. So at this zone, like around 410, the stock market might just turn around and continue the down move. And at this point, if the stock market turn around at 410, and then the crypto market will goes down in tandem with the stock market. So apart from SPY, let's take a look at QQQ also. QQQ is the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq also touches the downward trend line, which has aligned with the previous high, and this downward trend line is aligned with the current Nasdaq price also. So it's not surprising to experience a downward move if QQQ goes down. There's no surprise. So given that the stock market is at a near short-term top, and we have not seen the crypto market flushes out everybody yet, I was expecting a strong down move and the storm will come, but just not now maybe. But we have time. Just let accumulate some short position, and we will wait patiently.